Dear friend, I'm Albert, the engineer from ITC Audio Company. Today we are going to learn our second generation video conference systems. You see, we have prepared two sets of the video conference systems here. First of all, we have to know what equipment we have in each venues. This is the multi-control unit. We call it MCU. Each MCU can support at least 8 venues. And if you have a large project, we can use the bigger MCU. For example, our largest MCU can support up to 120 venues by single MCU. In each venues, except the MCU, we need a terminal. This is the video conference terminal. This terminal, you can see the front panel of it. There are two keys. One key is used to join the conference, and the other key is used to speaker. So it's very easy, it's very convenient for the customer to operating the video conference systems. Of course, you see here is the IR panel. I can use the remote controller to control the terminal or control the camera and the speaker or the microphones. So in each venues, except the terminal and the MCU, we need the camera, microphone, and the speakers. They are necessary. What's more, we need a screen. Each venue we need a screen with the DVI or HDMI input. In the main venue, we need a control PC to log in the MCU control website to control the MCU and the terminals or the whole systems. Of course, for the MCU and the terminal, because they have to connect to the network, so we need a router or switcher here. So that is all the equipment we had for each venues. That's all. Thank you. Dear friend, let's go on the connection method. So you can see this is the terminal. We have two video input here. The first input is used for the camera video input. So we use the DVI cable to connect to the camera. And the second DVI input is used for the PC video input. If you want to show the PC video to the other venues, we have to connect this port to the PC. Of course, if you have two cameras, this DVI port can connect to the other cameras. Of course, you can see there are two outputs here. One is the DVI output, and the other is the HDMI output. Today we chose the HDMI output to connect to our screen. If you have two screens here, another port, DVI port, can connect to the other screen to show the video. And you can see this is the serial cable. Because our camera uses the RS-232 protocol to control the camera, so we have to connect this serial cable to the camera. You can see there are two audio input here. This one is the mic input. It's XLR input. We use it to connect to our mic. And there are two line-in audio input. You can connect it to the other equipment. For example, the audio equipment, the CD player or the tuner. And you can see this is the line out output. Line out is use it to connect to the speaker so that we can hear the voice from the other venues. And this is the MCU. MCU we only need to connect it to the network. We use a Cat5 cable to connect it to the LAN 1, and terminal we have to connect it to the network too. The finally is the power supply. The camera we have to supply the power to it, and the terminal. PC, this is the power supply for the MCU. This is the double power supply design. It makes the MCU more efficient and adaptable. Dear friend, let's go on the testing about our the second generation video conference system. Now let's go to log in the MCU. You can see I open a browser here and I type in the IP address for the MCU. You can find this IP address in the rear panel of the MCU. And then in this website, we type in the account and the password and log in. After we join this website, you can see there are 4 options here. One of them is the meeting control and the venue setting, account setting, and system setting. First of all, we have to set the system setting here. We find the system configuration, and then you can see the IP address, the network configuration, the IP address, submit mask. So we have to set this IP address first. After we finish, we press the save button. Then in this website, we chose the meeting control option. We are begin to book a meeting. In the book meeting option, we can see the base setting. This is the meeting name. We type in test 1, test 01. This is the meeting name we create, and the start time we often choose the immediately, and the end time. Press OK. This is the mixed number. It means the largest quantity of the terminal can join in our system. This is the meeting password. The cascade we often open it, so we chose support. And this is the meeting description. You can type in the text you need here. And in the right side, you can see the optional user and the select user. Optional user means that I can choose some of the terminals which can join in our meeting, and the other terminals they cannot join in our meeting. I can choose them from here. Finished. We can go to set the image selection here. Today, because we have 2 sets of the video conference systems, so we have chose the 4 image selection here. Choose this 4P. Because we have 4 video signal, 2 camera and 2 from the PC. Finish, and then we press the convenient button here. Then in here you can see the meeting number I just create is the 1003. This is a meeting number, and this is a meeting name test 01, and the information about these meetings you can see it in here. Now we have to join this meeting. Double click this meeting, then you can see we have joined this meeting room. You can see the venue list and address list here. This you can see there's the enter the invited number here. We will type in the terminal IP address. For example, the first terminal IP address is the 192. Call it, and then we use the controller to accept. You can see the venue 1 is join our meeting room, and I'm going to invite another venue. Accept it. You can see there are 2 venues have joined in our system here. You can see the information of these 2 venues, the venue name. This 4 option is used to control the voice of each venue, and this is used to control the radio of each venues. Often we have to open the watch video here, turn on. This is the video send quality. We always send the HD quality videos. And at the last, you can see this is the operator function. You can hang up all the venues, or some of them you can, or each of them you can hang up. In the right side, you can see the different options, different functions here you can use. The first one is the venue polling. If you have many video signal from the other venues, we can use this option, this function to polling the video signal. This is the aux venue. I can use this function to let the PC video signal to join in the venue. This is the chairman venue. I can use this function to let the venue one to become the chairman venue. You see, it means the venue one is the chairman venue. And the other functions we're going to see. Now we are going to set the terminal by the remote controller. You can see I press the menu from the remote controller. You can see the video from the screen. There are many options here. First of it, we have to set the terminal name here and choose it. Set terminal name. This is for the venue 2, and you can choose the language and the date and the time. The second step, save it. Second step, we are going to set the network setting. You can see, because our terminal support the DHCP function, but generally we do not use this function. We will always set the fixed IP address for each terminal, because our MCU need to the fixed IP address to invite our terminal to join the meeting. This is set by the customer. Finish this one. We are going to set the code setting. This is answer module. We always choose the menu, because when the MCU called our terminal to join in the meeting, we will, if I chose the menu option, we will use the remote controller to accept and join it. This call transfer, this function we often close it and save the call records. We often let it enable. Yes. You can see this is the audio setting. It's very important. The default setting is AEC, NS, VDA, and perhaps power. They are enabled, because we need to use these four functions to proceed the audio from each venues. You can see here is the audio input device. If you use the microphone to input the voice, you have to choose the microphone input. If you use the line in, we need to choose the line in input. And today we use the microphone input. Here is the audio output device. We often choose the line out to connect to the speaker. Save it. This is the video setting. Video setting, you can see this is main video. It used to connect to the camera, the port 1. We do not need to change them, because we can keep them as the default. In the advanced setting, you can see the X-Point 323 NTP setting, PTC control, and the fast call control. The most important is the fast call control. You can see it, because we have to set this option to use the one key unload the meeting. We chose it enable, and the conference number and IP address, because we just created a meeting from the MCU console. The website is meeting meeting room name is 1002, and the IP address is 192.628.3.90. And remember, we have to set it as this module. Finish. Then the last one is the system dial noise. Before we join in the meeting, you often use this testing to test the audio and the video. You can try it. Dear friend, after we finish the setting for the MCU and the terminal, now we are going to test the effect of the whole system. First of all, we have to join the meeting. You have two methods to join the meeting. The first one is use the one key to join the meeting. Please see here, one key to unload. One key to unload. You can see in the both screen, you can see both terminal, both venue, they are joined in. And I can open the video here. You can see in the left side is the venue 1 video. The right side is for the venue 2 video. And then, if you don't like this template, I can change it from the MCU website control. For example, I change it to the 6 screen in one LCD. Of course, you can use the template. You can use the remote controller to change the template. Like here, you can change it like this. Now we are going to set the camera to turn over the camera. You can see in the control the website. You can see here is a video adjustment. I chose the venue 1 and press this button. You can see the video adjustment for the venue 1 camera. I can push the up, down, left, right, and its zone setting adjustment. Of course, we can use the remote controller to control the camera right here. You can see here, start the local PTZ controlled, so that I can use our camera. Use our remote controller to control our camera, or control the other venue's camera. Now, after we finish the video testing, now we are going to test the voice. This microphone is from the venue 1. When I press the talk button, hello, hello, you can see my voice from the second venue. Hello, 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 nice to meet you. Oh, dear friend, this is all the testing for the second generation video conference system. Thank you very much for your watching. Bye.